Hello, everybody. Hey, it's Rob again at Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. That's Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. Hey, everybody. Um, I don't want to call myself a hero. I'm not a hero. You might want to call me a hoagie. You ask yourself why? Well, because I'm on a roll, people. I'm on a roll on these Allen Ginter mini cards, and that's what we're going to be doing, some more Allen Ginter mini cards. But I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a break from my normal Allen and Ginter cards and show you guys some super short print Allen and Ginters from one of these boxes that I had top loaded way back when, like the last few videos. Before I get to that, I want to send a huge shout out to Dave over there at Wax Nostalgic. Um, Thank you, Dave. He shouted me out in his video today that he did, picking up some cards today. Awesome sports, like the what is it, the Sport King or the it's like the Gaudi card, cool card. But then he was talking about sending people over to my channel, and he froze up when he was saying my name. It was like old style vintage cards, and it was funny. So I razzed him a little bit, but thank you, Dave. Um, Wax Nostalgic. Check out his channel. Cool stuff. He likes the mini cards like I do. So I thought that was funny, but I really appreciate him shouting me out because I'm trying to hit 200 subscribers by my 1 year anniversary, which is in about a week. It looks like it's a week, 8 days from now. Well, on the 23rd, regardless. So this is Sunday, September 15th, 2024, 2:30 a.m. And I'm going to do some short prints or super short prints from some earlier Allen and Ginter sets that I put aside. So going to be a little bit of non-baseball stuff here. So there will be one special baseball card to keep this old style classics baseball cards at the very end, and it's going to be super cool. But otherwise, we're going to do some of that other kind of inserts, weirdo cards. Some people might call them oddball, which I don't think they're oddball. It's more like traditional Allen and Ginter from the 1800s, where you just get cards of different things and different people. That being said, if you know anyone who would like to subscribe or would like these kind of cards, send them my way so we can try to hit that 200 subs so that I can do a contest on my 1 year anniversary. All right, everybody, and so let's get to it. All right, here we go. These cards I top loaded back then because they were pretty cool cards, and some of them are really rare. So 2008, we got the Genghis Khan here. Oh, and don't forget, people, if I speak too slow for you, please speed up the video to like 1.25 or 1.5. All right, so Genghis Khan on the 2008, just a beautiful set. 2008 was. I love this design, simple but classy. Genghis Khan, and that is one of the world's icons. So I believe I have the Achilles as well in my Allen Ginter binder, and you can go way back to some of my early videos to see that, talking about the Allen Ginter binder that I picked up, and the little journey I went on to match some of the cards with the 6 exclusives that came out of those binders. And Achilles was one of them, to go along with some of my other cards like Athena and stuff like that. But that's a super cool card. A15 2008 epic design. Now, people, these were some rare, I would call these super short prints, and these are just some of the coolest cards, and they were going for a decent amount back in the day. But this card is just super cool, and these are inventions of the future. So much like the Albuquerque Isotopes, which I call retro futuristic, their design. I'm actually wearing an Isotope shirt right now. is the inventions of the future that people thought would be in the future. So as you can see, this one is number 1. Where's that on 11? Let's see. FI1. So yeah, it's FI, not a 1. So Inventions of the Future, the Aeromobile. And that is just a super cool card, very Jetsons-like. Yeah, I remember looking this card up when I first picked this up way back then, and it was one of the rare ones to pull from the inserts. Now, keep in mind, this is a mini tobacco card, so we're still doing the tobacco minis. I don't have a full-size card right here next to me to prove that point, but nevertheless, so Allen & Ginter's is known for doing inserts cards. You get 1 insert per pack. Oh, and that's the other thing I wanted to point out. I'll get back to the insert thing. Wax Nostalgic was talking about watching my videos because I do a lot of these vintage cards, whether they be real old cards like the T205s or the Allen & Ginter's, the originals, stuff like that, and vintage looking new cards, which he likes as well. So he said he went out to like a card show or a local card shop today and picked up some stuff. And so I think the way I took it was he was inspired by the kind of stuff that I show, and bought himself an Allen & Ginter pack. And in that pack, he pulled an A-Rod mini framed relic card. And was talking about that. He was just shocked that he pulled that card right out of the pack. So Allen & Ginter's, thumbs up. It was like divine intervention. He just happened to pull a card. Hopefully, I'm going to take credit for inspiring him to buy that pack and pull that A-Rod card. So it was like, woo, divine intervention that he got that. So anyways, Allen & Ginter puts 1 insert in per pack. Like the throwing a gym and stuff like that. Usually baseball or like the sandwich cards or stuff like that. But they do have insert sets of minis, which are even rarer, because there's, this could be like 1 in 160 packs or 1 in 3,300 packs. You never know. We'd have to go on to Baseball Cardpedia. It's been so long. See what the odds are on this one here. But that's just super cool card. I love that card. And I actually pulled 2 back then. So the Protecto bubble. So like the kind of like a glass bubble or whatever, like if you were on the moon to protect your little city or whatever that you made. So the Protecto bubble on the 2009 Allen & Ginter Inventions of the Future Protecto bubble. So this is neat stuff. I get some people don't like it because it's not baseball. But like I said before, Allen & Ginter is not a baseball card set. It's mostly a baseball card set. But they've always been about doing different kind of things. Different people, different champions, things of interest. And this is super cool. It's what people in the past thought the future would be like. And who knows, it could still be. But I just like the kind of retro futuristic designs they do. And that's how my Albuquerque Isotopes whole vibe is. What people thought the future would be like. Alright, then we go another 2009 insert set. Creatures of Legends and Myth and Terror. So the Minotaur. And I love Greek mythology, people. That's one of my biggest things. Homer, the Iliad, and the Odyssey are my favorite books. And I just love Greek mythology and architecture and all that stuff. So there you go. You got the Minotaur. So if you want, you can pause and read that. And I got a bunch of other insert cards through the years, but I'm just going to show you the ones that I had top loaded. Just like the ANG backs, the black borders, and the other set I want to get to is the high numbers, the over 301 cards. There was a point, I believe, whatever I had up to 2016, I had put in these little top loaders that I could find. And then when I ran out of top loaders, I stopped adding cards to it. So I'm just showing you the stuff that I had put away during that little bit of time when these things first came out, these top loaders. I bought as many as I could. I put what I thought were my good cards in them, and that's what I'm showing you, but I still have other ones as well. So there you go, the Minotaur. And then you got the Leviathan. Same thing. Creatures of legends and myth and terrors. So the Leviathan. Pause it and read about the Leviathan there. Guess I should get moving along, people. Alright. And this one is the world's biggest hoaxes. Hoodwinks and bamboozles. From 2009, Alan Ginter. So different hoaxes, basically hoax cards. So that's the looks like the Capitol building going down there. The Wisconsin State Capitol collapses. So it tells you about that. Super cool cards and really good. That's a super cool design, this little frame thing that they got going around there. And you can pause that and read about that April Fool's joke there. And that happened in 1933. So kind of like War of the Worlds or something like that. Alright, now we're going to move on to 2010. Sailors of the Seven Seas. So a little Sinbad action here. So, Mr. Christopher Columbus. Wouldn't be where you're at if it weren't for him. Well, some of you would be, but it's taken quite the hit in the last few decades, but nevertheless, Christopher Columbus. And those are cool looking cards. A little artwork going on over here, super cool, like an old map design there. That would be part of the what you'd see in the ocean or the sea or the key of the map. So Christopher Columbus, 2010, super cool card. And then these were super cool as well, folks. These cards were neat. I'm gonna check the date for you real quick. 2010, I believe, still. Nope, 2011. So this is Step Right Up. Topps Allen and Ginter. So the Step Right Up. And these cards are basically about like carnivals and circuses and stuff like that. And that's the flea circus. So they have the little image of a flea circus, which back in the day, when Allen and Ginter, the actual tobacco cigarettes were out, it was probably a pretty big deal. No TV, no radio, barely newspapers and books. Most people probably couldn't read. So the circus and the carnival was probably your one big thing of entertainment that you'd probably get a few times per year, and that was in the summer. So those things kind of thrived back then. So that's super cool. Then next, the tightrope walking. So same thing. Go see a pretty girl walking the tightrope or something there. Go to the circus. Those are neat cards. I really dig that. Please pause it, like I said. And then uninvited guests about like ghosts and stuff at Alcatraz, right up the road from us. One brother wants to go there so bad, but he didn't give us enough warning about a year and a half ago when he came and visited that it's sold out. So you got to get this stuff like a month early or 2 months early if you want to go to old Alcatraz. Otherwise, it's hit or miss if you can get in. Well, it's more the ferry that you got to buy tickets. I think that's 2011 as well. Yep. So now that may be questionable whether that statement is true. There's rumors that those 3 guys did escape, and 2 of them ended up down in Brazil. But anyways, talking about some paranormal activity there. Alright, people, and I guess since it's super short print Sunday mini, but Sunday being a church day, of course we got to give Jesus a little time in the limelight there. So there you go, Jesus Christ, people of the Bible. So perhaps the most important. There's a list of other people that you can get. So Jesus, give him a moment. All right, now I know I have a few others of these, like in that binder. But from 2013, we have the first Americans. So those being the people that would be here other than without Columbus. The Comanche. So the Native American Indian cards. First Americans. So you can read about the Comanche there. Alright, next we have Into the Unknown. So I don't know, is that Columbus one the same? Just seeing if these are out of order, people. No, those are, he was a sailor of the 7 seas. But Into the Unknown, you have Marco Polo. Marco Polo. Look at that, that's cool. The little, who doesn't love anchors and the ship's wheel there. Very nautical looking there, that's cool. Marco Polo 2014. So usually mini inserts like this are a lot tougher to get. Kind of like, what is it, 9 Ways to First Base from this last year's. Alright, Into the Unknown, Lewis and Clark. So they stuck with the nautical theme there. Old Lewis and Clark, and there's a lot of conspiracies about what happened to the one of them. So Lewis and Clark, nice. Alright, we got some more. Jacques Marquette. Jacques. Is that just Jacques, or is it Jacques Marquette? College named after him. Sometimes pretty decent basketball team. But there's from the 1600s there. Alright, check that out. Here's a nice one. Where, well, I believe that is that nature? Yeah, where, wow, that N looks like an R to me. But Where Nature Ends. WNE #1, Leonardo da Vinci. So you read about him and the Mona Lisa there. And there's a Da Vinci. So 2014, some art cards there. And then of course, Mr. Vincent van Gogh. Did he really cut his hair off? Did he have syphilis? Was he crazy? Van Gogh, nice. Another one. Botticelli. Sandro Botticelli. Never knew that was his first name, because everyone just says Botticelli. Contemporary of Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, I believe. Birth of Venus, we all know that one. So pretty sweet. Alright. Another one, Gilbert Stuart. So this one, either I bought a bunch of 2014s or these weren't as short printed if I got this many. Could be either way. Alright, well, hey Rob, it's your buddy Ronald Reagan. Do you have anything to show me? The Gipper? Well, there you go, Ronald. There's our Nancy. Oh boy, hey, she looks like my wife. Well, hi Nancy. So there you go, Nancy Reagan, First Ladies. Sure, I have some more of these somewhere, but this is the one I had at the time I top loaded these cards. Well, thanks for showing Nancy. I really like it. Alright. These ones are super cool as well. I mean, sometimes the art on these little insert cards aren't the best, but these are still cool. Hoist the Black Flag from 2015, Allen and Ginter. This was their 10th anniversary set, at least that's what they called it. And they did a ton of stuff. Oh, they did a lot in 2014 too. Lots of cool stuff in 2014. But 2015 was like a big set. And these are the pirate cards. So Hoist the Black Flag, Blackbeard. Like my buddy Kurt, we called him Black Bart. Because he was like a giant pirate, looked like this. With his giant mutton chops and all that. Alright, so Blackbeard the pirate. Has anyone ever seen that movie Yellowbeard? It is so funny. I love that movie. He tears the kid's hair off. Forget the treasure map. Alright, Hoist the Black Flag, Vane. Alright, like I said, that imaging isn't the best, but I'm sure they're taking that from something. Some book or something. So there you go. Charles Vane. Read about him. Chugging along. Hoist the Black Flag. Rack 'em. Rack 'em up, people. Calico Jack Rackham. Alright, pretty cool. Another one. Hoist the Black Flag. Horn Gold. Benjamin Horngold. Alright, let's not leave the women out of this episode, folks. Hoist the Black Flag. Reed. Red. Reed. And she is a pirate. And Bonnet. I like that color too down here. It's pretty cool. Steed Bonnet. The Gentleman Pirate. Swashbuckler. Alright, then Every. Henry Every. Alright, then we have mythological menaces. Coyote, famous from Native American stories as being a troublemaker. Oh, Coyote, and I actually have a cool story about Coyote. I had to do a presentation in college for this communications for teachers class, and I read a story, one of the stories to the class that I had to do a presentation was about old Coyote, and it told me yeah, it'll take too long to tell that story, but it was funny. He got rolled over by a giant boulder and then puffed himself up the next day. Alright. Troublemaking Coyote. Alright, here you go. Laureates of Peace. Martin Luther King Jr. there. MLK Jr. 2016, so we should be coming to the end here because we know our other top loaded ones pretty much end at 2016. So Laureates of Peace, Martin Luther King Jr. I think these are Nobel Prize winners. So there you go, that's a cool one. Alright folks, the last of the short prints. You say to yourself, well, is it a short print to get a mini dummy card? Well, yes and no, because that is another one of those, and I do have another one. But as you can see there, that's Cygnus, the constellation. So I think I have the other one. What is this, the Swan? Maybe I have two of these. But if you can kind of see these yellow pea colored dots here, that's the constellation Cygnus, just like from Rush. And so if you take a closer look there, you can see old Cygnus right in here, and that is a glow in the dark. It's supposed to be a glow in the dark. I don't know how long you'd have to leave it out, but that glows in the dark so that you can see old Cygnus. And then that's what you look for in the night sky. Those are super cool cards. They do have other glow in the dark cards as well. I have an Andre Dawson short print. It was a glow in the dark version of his base card on the mini that's in the binder. So that's what I'm talking about. Allen and Ginter does some super cool stuff like these here. Alright folks, so that's it for my short prints, super short prints and whatnot from this box. But I did promise you I'm going to give you one baseball card to stick with the old style classics baseball cards, vintage style. And people, this is a card from 2012, and that is Mr. Bryce Harper. And if you're aware of Bryce Harper from 2012, that is a rookie card that I just happen to have in this box with this. And I figured I would show that really quick just so you guys can be like, hey, there you go, there's Allen and Ginter, a bunch of weird stuff and a baseball player. So I did it in reverse though. I gave you a lot more weirdo stuff in one baseball card instead of a lot of baseball cards in one weird thing, which some people tend not to like. But look at that, people, a Harper rookie card mini, so that's a short print just in the fact that it's a mini, and that's super cool. So there you have it, people. Hope you enjoyed that, because I love those cards. That's why I top loaded them. Alright, and I'll probably put this episode out in the morning, and I'll probably get around to doing the high number ones that are in this box with it. And so you guys can have a mini card weekend, or mini card week, basically. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching. Hey, and Dave, thank you. Wax Nostalgic, cool stuff, thank you.